I make yoga my own practice, my way, without all the pagan stuff. So what does it matter how others use it?
If our personal interpretation of yoga is working for us, then we think we can accept it as being okay. And if it doesn't work for someone else, or if they view it in a different way, that's all right too. We become the gods of interpretation without realizing we are throwing out objective reality and truth. In other words, the philosophy of pragmatism. If it works for you, then it's good. And pluralism, there are many truths. In relativism, there's no absolute truth. Justify our personal interpretations that are based on feelings and misinformation. We also, as true products of postmodern philosophy, deconstruct how we view choices in our world. We separate and isolate yoga from its original creator, Satan. We cut it off from its documented story, from its beginning and desired end goal. We are so focused or mindful of self, which ironically is part of yoga too. In other words, a form of yoga is used to distract us from considering its full story, to bypass us from looking closer at its beginnings, but also to keep you completely unaware of the documentation of its end goal for you and for everyone, making us miss the role it plays in the end times. We can't really make yoga your own. I mean, that's a lie. If you're choosing to participate in yoga, I assure you, it owns you. The church argues that the world is irrational when it thinks it can choose gender based on feeling and desire, cut off from the reality of the origin of identity, from the one that created the design, and from any result that may come from ignoring facts. But we do the same thing, unfortunately, with pagan worship, namely yoga. And we do this simultaneously cutting apart the Bible to casually claim it doesn't mention yoga. We pardon and appease yoga with the very same fallacious reasoning and conform to the same philosophies that today's generation sinks on when they say there are many truths. There's no objective truth. You can change the story and create your reality. And a boy can be a girl simply by saying he is. We can't just call yoga what we want it to be to fit our desires. Just like a biological boy can't be a girl, so too, yoga can't just be what we want it to be. And we can't surgically cut out God's commands and warnings in the Bible against pagan worship just because we want him to see it our way.